Yes, mine is bigger. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and in here I have a rod by Tsurinoya. So in here I popped the tags by mistake, but as you can see it has Fuji in it and it's from Tsurinoya. Let's set this aside and pull the rod out because it's actually quite a long rod, so it's hitting the ceiling. And is there anything in here? Some papers. We don't like papers in here, but they sent me stickers. I already took them out because I wanted to glue them somewhere else. So if we take the plastic that we don't need, so we have this neoprene sleeve that actually looks quite good, and it even matches my t-shirt. So black on black, it will never crack, except this rod. The first time it arrived to me, not from Tsurinoya themselves, it was the mailman that just, it was heartbroken. So I was arriving home and I see the mailman and I get happy and excited because he always brings me joy with all the stuff that is coming. And I see a long tube that I know is from me because nobody else in here on my street is buying rods. And I see the tube coming out from the double doors, you know, the big vans, the big white vans. They have double doors on the back, and I see the tube coming down and coming down and coming down. And he sees another car coming because it's double parked, and I see him slamming the door. And I thought to myself, crap, that rod is mine and it's getting broken. And he delivered it to me, and it broken on the weirdest of places, but it was such a big smash. So it broke after the real seat, so on the butt of the rod. So it was broken. I contacted Tsurinoya, explained them what happened, and they sent me a new butt. So this rod is intact. I still have the broken part in there. If for some reason I want to make a custom full grip of this rod, if I quite like it, I might do it because I prefer full grips. But this is an aging rod. As you can see in here, it's a spinning rod. This, for now, if nothing changes, you can only get it as a spinning rod. It's cheaper than the Elf. It features a solid tip, so the casting weight is going to start lower. So this starts at 0.8 grams that I have on my memory. It will go high. As you can see, it's targeting some type of RAS, and it looks just nice. And now it has that smell of paint, but not that nasty. It passed the sniff test. I quite like the graphics. I'm a fan of black and pink, especially neon pink. Man, it says light saltwater game, and I'm game for it. I will try to catch some bass. I cannot tell if it's sea bass or largemouth because I cannot control weather conditions, but I will give you a closer look of this, I think under 70 euro rod. I paid 60 something euros, and you can get some discounts on Tsurinoya store, and you can put the coupons on the, not the choice tail sales because this is not a choice item, but you know, the middle of the month sales like they now seem to have every month. You can get a nice discount on this rod and get it for a good price, closer to upper 50s. So it starts to creep up on the Mi-Fine microbite, but this has an advantage if you are fishing on saltwater because it's longer. And I feel like I've talked too much already on this intro, so I'll just move on to the table.
And yeah, I spoke too much on the intro. So this rod that I have in here, it's the longer version, so 2.44 meters or 8 foot. It's a two-part rod. It will break apart on half that length. It features 8+1 Fuji guides, fast action, top diameter of 1.27 millimeters, a butt diameter of 10.5, weight of 78 grams. That we will feature on a bit, and it will cast from 0.8 to 10 grams. It also features 40 plus 30-ton carbon blank. It has carbon fiber reel seat, and you can also get it as a smaller version of 7 foot 2.6 or 2.28 meters, which at that size, it's not that the rod is bad. The rod feels like technically fishing. It feels quite good, I can tell you that. But on the hand, it will not feel as premium, or I would say as comfortable as the microbite, and it's also a little bit more expensive. So this rod right now offers on around 60 euros before coupons on the sale. Basically the shorter version, it has almost 100% the same characteristics of the longer one, even the same guide count, but it's there with the microbite, and the microbite is just better. Not that this rod is bad. So if you want if you need a longer version than the microbite, this can be a solid alternative, especially at 60 euro price point before coupons, which will put it, again, as I said on the intro, very near the 50. But as I'm showing you the stuff around this rod, so that everything is very well placed. Tsurinoya, it has great quality control. At least it's from everything that I got from them. I will just take a quick measurement of the tip, so it should be 1.27. I get even less, so I get 120, but you know how these calipers are. So 119 on the tip, which is quite good for the sensitivity. As you can see in there, it's quite springy, so I would call it fast action with no problems. You have to remember that the rebound should be better, because I'm still absorbing some of the vibrations by holding it on the hand. The connection over here, let's check it, it's solid. So you have that 1.5 centimeter usual gap in there, as you can see. So you'll have a lot of putting in and out the rod together without the connection getting loose. As you can see, the finishing is matte near where you put your hand. Then you have like the X wrap on the first bottom of the rod, and on the top is just a glossy finish. As I said, it doesn't feel as premium as the microbite. So for the weigh-in, we should get 78 grams, I think. And now my doofus was almost covering the reading over there. So we're getting 79.5. I would call it still inside of the margin of error, so it should be 78, so 79.5, it's not that bad, especially with that glossy finish. So it can change the weight of the rod, because you have a variable of the epoxy. It looks quite good, and you know, as usual, just a quick snippet of the next video of me testing this rod. And I will have a lot to talk about testing this rod, because this is a rod that you cannot pair with any reel, and you have to get, I will not say get a specific reel for this rod, because if you are into ultralight and super ultralight, you will have a reel for this rod, but there's some specifics. So please watch the next video to hear everything about how can you get this rod properly assembled and a proper combo around this rod, because it's quite a good rod, I have to tell. And if you have anything to say, leave a comment down below. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.